Are you looking to grow your event business this summer? In fact, you probably are wanting to have the most profitable summer yet. In this video, we're going to dig into how to prepare your business for the surge that you can expect and also create so that you can truly have the most profitable summer yet. For those of you that are new to this channel, hi, my name is Jessie, and welcome to Greeneyed Ambition, where we talk about all of the unsexy things about running a business in the event industry that can truly help you with scaling and growing something that you truly love. On this channel, I love to talk about being proactive inside of your business and not just reactive. So wherever or whenever you're watching this video, you can still use some of these tips to prepare your business for the upcoming season. This is something that I've done inside of my event business for over a decade to help with cultivating new surges inside of my business with existing clients, but also with creating an intentional marketing plan to attract new people into our business as well. But before you even get started with that, the first thing that I always make sure that I do is that I want to have clarity on what growth really looks like. So the first thing I recommend for you to do is to run a revenue report and set a growth goal. Hopefully, you're using a platform that will allow for you to keep track of that information. I love to talk about HoneyBook, as you can see. And inside of HoneyBook, it does allow for you to run reports based off of year and month. Currently, we're in 2025. So, what I would do is run a report for Q3 of 2024 to find out what was the revenue that I was able to make, see if there were any trends, and then I would set a goal for what growth would look like. So if I want to make sure that my business is expecting a 20% growth, I would take the time to find out what that number is, because certain months, certain quarters, and certain seasons will have different numbers, where I would not want to compare what my December and November months would look like to July, August, and September, because the revenue is not the same. So when you are running these reports, you want to make sure you're comparing it to quarters. So what I would do is I would run my report for possibly Q3 of 2023, Q3 of 2024, and see what that increase was. And then I would set a goal that will allow for me to stretch myself for 2025. Once you have those numbers, then you want to set specific growth targets. Are you trying to increase revenue, or is it you're trying to get a certain amount of new clients? I would even say it would probably be good to focus on clients and or profit margins. You will have to decide on what is going to be the best KPI for you to have growth. Because the thing is we know things are increasing to run your business. So it may be more revenue per se, but it might be costing you more to execute your events. So this is why I would definitely recommend for you to know what is going to be that KPI, because the revenue isn't always going to be the best indicator to the growth. The second step is that you want to pull a customer list for people that worked with you last summer so that you can potentially do a retargeting campaign. I do this every quarter, every year, so that I can know if this person potentially worked with me in Q3 of 2024, why can't they work with me in Q3 of 2025? And the thing is that things happen. I work in the corporate space, and sometimes individuals no longer work at that company anymore. So if I sit in this place of, oh, well, they may just reach out to me if they really want to work with me, we're not being reactive, we're being proactive. I rather call and reach out to people that did work with me that previous year to see how I can help them, see if there's anything new that I can service them with. And this is something true, not just for planners. If you do DJs, if you're a balloon artist, if you do flowers, think of how you can retarget those people. And the thing is also thinking to yourself, how can I even retarget people that worked with me in Q1 of 2025? Depending on the type of service you have, all of your customers don't know about all the great things you do. So this is why it's important for you to educate your customers on how they can work with you. Or you may have a special offer that you want them to know about. So don't just wait for them. You are going to be proactive about it. Before we jump into the rest of the video, I do want to mention the sponsor of the video today, which is me. And I want to mention about my free live webinar that's called Booked Out but burnt out, where I am teaching you how to grow a sustainable business and creating the correct processes to be able to automate your business for growth and scaling. This will be the perfect webinar for those of you that are already getting bookings and you're finding yourself feeling at the end of each day there's just not enough time. There may be some options to help you with structuring your business and your day to day so that you are helping yourself with growing but not stressing yourself out. I will make sure to have the link to sign up for the next workshop in the caption, and I look forward to seeing you there. All right, now let's get into step 3. I teased it a little bit in step 2, but what I do recommend for you to do is to review your pricing and to create a limited time offer. This is important, especially right now, because I see a lot of event businesses or just small businesses in general that are being impacted directly or indirectly by the tariffs. So you do not want to allow it to be that you're going quarter to quarter, month to month, or even really at this point, week to week, without having clarity on how much it's costing you to execute those services. I know personally, I was looking at some of my subscriptions to even run my business, so my operating costs. And I was like, wow, I am just over the last 6 months, my operating costs have gone up for me running my business. So you don't want it to be that you're always absorbing every single thing in your business. So this is why it's going to be important for you to review your pricing, make sure that you are actually making profit, because revenue and profit are not the same thing. And then what I would then do is recommend for you to look at, okay, we're going into summer. What are some things that I can actually have as a limited time offer to re-engage clients or to attract new customers with a limited time offer? And when I say a limited time offer, I am not talking about free. You may offer an extra bonus or a gift, but we are not discounting our services. It may be, if you're, let's say, a DJ, you might have it that if you book us for your summer event or your events between this month and this month, I have for the next 5 bookings, you'll be able to get your DJ booth laminated, or you'll be able to get some extra speakers. Like, they're still paying your main baseline for you to be there, but you're giving them something that is an extra value to get them to urgently book. The reason why I like limited time offers is because it gives you the ability to go into a new season with your calendar already quasi booked, if that is not the case for you. And the reason why I recommend to have it that is only for a limited amount of spaces is because now that creates a sense of urgency. And this has always worked inside of my business, and it doesn't cost me anything. If anything, it actually causes people to book, and it increases my revenue before I even go into a season. The fourth step is going to be a surefire hit if you do it and you're consistent with it. And that is going to be launching a referral campaign. And with this referral campaign, it's not just talking to your friends and people that you know, but it's also talking to people that have worked with you in Q1 and Q2 of this year. Reaching out to them to let them know, hi, I have this special referral program that I am offering to people that have worked with me before, and this is what you will get. Referrals are gold inside of your business, especially for those of you that tend to have slower months during the summer. Or you can use this for different times of the year that you're trying to fill up your calendar, because referrals convert better than cold leads. So people will always rely on something that someone loves and they brag on. So why not give it to a client? I do have a video that I'll make sure to link here so that you're able to check it out, that talk about different ways to do referrals inside of your business. But I do believe referrals are a really great way to leverage more hands equals lighter work, because you can have 2 to 3 people that are giving you referrals. You may have 10 people that say, yeah, I'm going to get you some referrals. But the reality is only 1 to 2 are going to do that heavy lift. And if that 1 to 2 can bring you an additional 3 bookings or extra 2 bookings each, that's work you didn't have to do. And here's the little caveat that I recommend. You decide on what's best for your business. But one of the things I do inside of my business, instead of me giving money for referrals, In my event business, I always offer them a discount for the next time they work with me. And it's not a large discount, it's a 10% discount that I apply onto their next event. So now not only am I getting that new lead, but I'm getting that client to work with me again. That's the only time I'm doing discounts because it is allowing for me to save money that I would normally be spending on marketing because someone is doing the marketing for me. So, those are the exact 4 moves I make to keep momentum inside of my business and to control the leads and the new opportunities that are being developed. So you can have a strong summer and fall based on the activity that you do today with the 4 tips in which I've given to you. So regardless of when you're watching this video, you can start to utilize these tips to be able to increase your revenue and have better sales than before. So if you found this helpful, make sure you click the like button and check out some of the resources that I have mentioned below. And of course, I would love to see you at the Booked Out but Burnt Out workshop to be able to help you with having the success you desire in your business. That's it for now. Peace.